Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we're here with more Gran Turismo 7 for the final race of the Nations Cup Exhibition Series Season 2. I don't even know what to say, to be honest. Gran Turismo is really testing my limits at the moment. We went from the Porsche 917 Living Legend with 1,000 horsepower that weighed a ton, and this week we're here in a Honda Fit hybrid with 130 horsepower. There's no other way of describing this car. My Gran has one. We're literally driving my Gran's car around Cataluynya National today. I don't know why we're doing this, to be honest, but Gran Turismo continues to make me question my mental sanity, so I guess it's good in that regard. If you want to keep seeing me lose my marbles on this game, make sure you leave a subscription as well. It would be greatly appreciated and might just help me justify why I'm doing this. Already sent it over that final chicane, but will it be an improvement? No, it won't. Oh no, I was literally just about to say, will it be an improvement over my previous run there? Up to the line, it will, actually, but of course it won't count for anything. I've got no idea how we're losing a second around that lap there. I mean, we found half a second on that final run, which could have left us near the top 3, but starting best of P5, this is, I mean, it's just going to descend into anarchy, isn't it? It's just what happens on Gran Turismo. In these slower cars, it's just going to be touring cars on drugs because they've got no power. I can't lie, I'm a little bit confused as we get into this. Some of the cars have got a proper rear spoiler and others don't, so I don't know whether there's something there that I've missed out on here on GT7. But we've got 10 laps ahead of us for what is likely to be the slowest race you will ever see in motorsport. I mean, this thing is not actually that different from Max Verstappen's championship-winning Red Bull from last year. They're both Honda-powered. They've both got hybrid technology. They're both racing at Spain. I guess that's kind of all the sort of similarities we can draw. But let's do this thing then. Gran Turismo, I beg that the combos next season are going to be a bit better than this, but it is a 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go on the run down towards turn 1 there as the planes fly out in front. I'm sure if they did that, these cars would actually get blown backwards. They've got that little poke there. There's a guy behind me, Spaniard, home race for him. He's got a mega run down towards turn 1. Well, hopefully not close enough to do anything, but he's certainly going to try it down around the outside there. And of course, these things running comfort medium tyres. So it's not even like if you do run slightly wide, you can do anything with the tyres either. So we wind our way through the first couple of turns. I actually do quite like Cataluynya National Circuit. It's quite good fun in like touring cars and things like that, or Mazda MX-5s. I struggle to feel that there's many tracks in the world that are fun in this thing though, as we head our way up the hill. How am I losing speed? I'm literally flat out. We're losing distance to the car in front and behind there. I'm guessing there might be some weird trickery with the hybrids. I don't really know. Are we going to get sent? Yes, we are. Can I go for a switchback? No, I can't. In a word, we're almost 3 wide there as someone even further back tried to make something happen off the corner. But yeah, I don't know whether I'm just hitting the rev range wrong or what in these things. But side by side as we head up the hill, though, I guess that is one good thing about racing these sorts of cars, is you can go side by side a fair old amount of the time there as we just get the car in front. I keep sliding the rear end through that corner. In fact, the only time this thing actually gets exciting. So a bit of battling going on up the road there. Got to really just mount that curb on the exit of the chicane as well there. Of course, hopefully in F1 2023, that chicane is going to be removed. We've all got our fingers crossed. We're all begging. But yeah, as we come towards the end of lap 1, we have survived just about. A bit of side-by-side action. But we're still in 7th. A little way behind the cars in front and a little way in front of the cars behind. Just 3 wide in front of me as we head back down towards turn 1. Could this be an opportunity just to get a little bit closer? I'm going to try and find my braking point there. Austrian very deep on the brakes as they're still going to be 3 by 3. Oh, that's a lot of carnage. The Austrian gets sent to the gravel trap. How am I going to try and work a way around him? We'll try it. Have to hope that he gives me some room off the corner, and we will be up then into P6 of this race nice and early on. Then we've got a Finn and a South African just in front of us. He's honking his horn. Someone is not happy in the Grandma Racing Series. Problem is, I don't really know how much curb you can take through the final chicane, and that was apparently too much then. So now we're probably going to see the Austrian get a run on me. I've got no idea how he's so much quicker through the second half of the lap than myself, but I'm not going to serve the penalty this time around. We will get one more lap before we face the pain. And here comes the Austrian, though, back down towards someone. To be honest, I actually want to just sort of see what lines he's taking that are allowing him to carry that extra speed, as always a little bit early on the brake. Sorry, I think that was a combination of me being slightly late down through turn 1, and the John Player special livery will sneak by, but I'm going to try and use him to learn the lines, as apparently you don't need to lift off through there, or at least nowhere near as much as I was. I think that's the problem I'm still struggling with this thing, is just about learning the weight distribution. Alright, well, let's face the music then, serve this penalty at the end of this lap. Got a horrible run through the final corner, but yeah, it just seems like you can take some very, very obscure lines in this car. It's safe to say my Honda Fit Racing experience is not particularly extensive there. We'll just blip the car back down the gear, make sure that the mighty 130 horsepowers are all raring to get out of the stable on the run back down towards turn 1, but luckily there's a bit of a gap again behind this Spaniard, so we can afford to slot back in there. Oh, no, we can't. The Polish guy just appears out of nowhere down at turn 1, but yeah, definitely feel like there's still some potential here, as yeah, really struggling to quite get the car where I need it through there. Oh, he's at track limits. Surely that's going to be a penalty. Probably not. He does, however, run wide through the next corner, so that will be a track limits penalty, so should be able to gain that place back quite easily. Oh no, I reckon I've just done it again. No, how is the pole gaining so much? Oh, I've done it. Oh, oh, Gran Turismo is really, it's been a tough few weeks on this game. I think it really has been making me lose my marbles. As we'll get around Lucifer then on the run back down towards turn 1. Maybe the pole will go between us. Yes, they will. So we'll try and slot back over towards the racing line. Are we going to get dive bombed in towards that first corner? Doesn't look like we are, as you just have got to absolutely mash the brake and try to do as little steering as you can. Of course, we all know just how much Gran Turismo is completely reliant on not outstressing the tyres. But yeah, in this thing, you've just got to try and use the body roll. But we are probably going to lose both places then at the end of the slap when we serve the penalty. I've just got to stop taking so much curb. See, that's the line you've got to take through there. Just not being so aggressive early on in the corner, because you really can sort of square it out over that curb and on the exit. We will get a nice tidy run at the final turn. We probably are going to be quite close to Lucifer though again. So we'll serve this penalty down into the 39s for the first time today. I'm not sure it's worth going back down into 4th gear, to be honest. So you just end up having to change back up, of course, instantly. But we are, you know, second half of this race then. We've still got a 3-way scrap for P7. You know, it's still probably over 100 points in the championship for us. Of course, haven't really been focused as much on the championship this time round, just because we've had an absolute mare through most of these races. But yeah, we need to just keep trying to score good points. I will also be the only person in the world who's using a Formula rim with a Honda Jazz. That's what they're known as in the UK. For those of you that, you know, perhaps are in the UK thinking that looks fairly familiar. I'm not sure whether we want it in 2nd or 3rd out of that hairpin either. Game reckons 2nd, but this thing is weirdly torquey as well. I'm going to get a nice little push up the hill. Greatly appreciated. We are definitely quite slow at the moment. There's no other way to describe it. I mean, we're all quite slow, but I seem to be slightly slower than everyone else. That's the line you want through there. Nice chunk of free time gain just through, I'm not going to lie, pretty much pure luck. That will be close to another penalty, but I'm having to go full send. This though, with just 3 laps to go, it's kind of 2 different packs of cars have now kind of merged together here, and this is now what, like a 6-way scrap for P4 in this race? We're down in P9. It's literally half the field. We're all duking out at the moment, so we'll almost get a run on Lucifer. We'll tuck back in. Don't really want to do anything too aggressive just yet, as we, yeah, this is going to get quite, I can already tell, this is shaping up to be a chaotic end to this race. You can see 3 wide out of the final corner. I must admit, you don't get this in Formula 1 very often. Maybe Honda Fit Racing does have its space in the world of motorsport there, as they're almost going to be, well, they are definitely 3 wide. They might even be close to 4 wide. Back down towards someone. Depends if the pole is able to get a good run there. We've got the blue car on the inside. But I think we've just kind of got to wait and see for the carnage, as that's what I mean. Oh, Rubbin is racing down at turn 1. They've all just about made it through this time round. But any small mistake now will really have a big effect there as the police car trying to keep the nose on the inside. He's going to get thoroughly barged out onto the curb and there, lose another place as we head up the hill. And look at this, it's just Honda fits absolutely everywhere. I've kind of got to lift out of it and try and make sure in the best place off the corner, as the Spaniard is going to get barged out. That's probably going to be a half-second penalty for their troubles as well, which won't do them any favours. I've got to hope the Ukrainian's going to try and go for a bit of a dive bomb. There's a little bit of contacts as we head down the hill. Yep, that is another penalty coming in for the Spaniard, so he might well be out of this one. But unfortunately, all this is doing is allowing the front two in this little group to break away again, as they're still 3 wide. As we head up the hill, we've got to try and get to the inside of everyone possible here. A bit more contact going on. Oh, this is so ridiculous as we're going to try and muscle the pole out of the way at the hill there, and that might be a triple overtake. Honda Fit Racing has come alive in the dying stages of this race here from Barcelona, the inaugural event that no one expected to be as good as it has been. I mean, the crowds are rushing out here and we're just running away. I can see on the minimap, absolute carnage is unfolding behind us, so we certainly got through that pack at the right time there. This is just anarchy, and I'm absolutely loving it now. I've got a huge grin on my face. I'm doing 87 miles an hour. What more could you want in this world? Well, about to start the final lap then, and we're coming under pressure from our fellow Brit as we round our way out the final corner. Looks like he's been able to break 3 out of the carnage as well there. The 2 in front of us don't seem like they're going to be having much of a battle towards the end. So this is going to be trying to focus on our mirrors here. Still, every single person that started this race is going to make it to the very last lap, which I do find quite funny in itself, the fact that no one's rage quit. But are we going to get dive bombed down into turn 1? We're just going to sit a car's width defensive. Oh, very, very deep though on the brakes. Get it parked on the apex. It's not really a car you can do much switchbacks in unless you've got a huge run on the car in front. And so we've just got to try and really cover off as we head up the hill there. This guy's going to get a big old run. Again, we'll force him to the outside, but we'll just slowly head back over to that racing line there because it just doesn't have the extra speed to really do anything about it there as we get to the top of the first hill. Through Campsa corner we go, of course, completely flat out. That is another thing this car shares with Formula 1 cars here. As you can see, he's trying to have a look. He's going to go late on the brakes down the outside, so we just got to make sure that we hit our braking marker nice and tidy. Don't allow the switch. He's going to try and get there, muscle me out a little bit wide off the corner, but we're still going to have the inside ready for the next turn as we head up through the hairpin. Again, he's going to try and cut me back, so we'll just sit there on the apex. Don't allow the run off the corner. This is just an absolute clinic in Honda Fit Racing as we wind our way in towards the final corners. It is going to be the pole that's going to take home the dub, but just sit through these final few corners of this race. Oh, he does give me another push. That was incredibly close that time round. He almost did the old up and under there, but out of the final corner, we are just about going to come through for P6 by the looks of it, unless our fellow Brit can get a run. It doesn't look like he can. They're drag racing to the line in front of us. 7th to 6th then, when all is said and done. Oh, we had a penalty as well. I didn't even notice that come the checkered flag there, but I don't know what to say. Honda Fit Racing, it's a thing. I'm all for it now. Gran Turismo's converted me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. And yeah, we will be back very, very soon with whatever GT7 has got lined up next for us. It could be anything. For all we know, next time around we could be hand gliding.